Lena here. Welcome back to my channel. This channel is all about my recovery from anorexia. So yeah, this video is a continuation of the last video. You guys were awesome and submitted more questions, and so I'm going to be answering questions about anorexia / EDs because there are some general questions that can cover all EDs. So yeah, thank you guys so much for submitting more questions, and so let's jump right in. Okay guys, so I made a huge mistake wearing sweatpants and my hair down outside because it's really hot. But but I actually wrote them down on a piece of paper, the questions, because ED brain is not very good for remembering things. But yeah, so yeah, this first question, such a great question. I have never been asked this question before, and I am so glad this question was asked. This is a phenomenal question. I love this question, and it is so thoughtful too. So the first question is, how can parents help their children avoid developing an eating disorder? So, first things first, I think instilling positive body image from a young age is important. I feel like helping your children see all that their body can do for them, instead of making them see the world's view of a body, like bad body image and what a body is supposed to look like, because all bodies are different, and that's important to remember. Also, we're gonna take a pause here to appreciate these beautiful flowers. Like, what? Beautiful. Sorry. So, just instilling positive body image, helping them see that their body is a gift from God from the very beginning. Also, making sure that you do not create a good food, bad food mentality in your children, because there are no bad foods. It's just all about moderation, because moderation in all things is important. There is no good food, bad food, because too much of one thing can be harmful, but having a nice balance in it is good. And also helping them, I saw this thing on Instagram that was really cool. Letting your kids dish their own food onto their plate when they're old enough is a really good idea, so that they can get a sense of, you know, eating what they want and being satisfied. So I think that's very important. And also teaching them, I mean, personally, I understand that there are certain medical conditions that require dieting, but one of the things that I plan to do in my future home is never to go on a diet, because I don't want my kids to think that dieting is something that is a necessity. So that's something like just trying to instill positive body image, positive views of food is very important. And also just, you know, just making sure that they know that there is no perfect body, that there is no one right body, and that like one thing that society tells people is that thin equals beautiful, which is not true. Completely not true. It's a load of crap. It's everybody is beautiful. So just instilling that, and big thank you to whoever I don't know if they want me sharing their name. So, but that is a fantastic question. I literally get chills thinking about it because it's just so sweet, that somebody cares so much, and wants to instill positivity in their children. It's amazing. I'm gonna cry. It's amazing. I am like literally in awe. So amazing. So thank you for asking that question. That is a great question. Next question is how to support people who are going through an eating disorder. So I think eating disorders are very serious, very hard, very harmful, and it can feel isolating. It can feel extremely isolating because the eating disorder will at times make you isolate yourself. So I think just like reaching out, letting them know that you're there, maybe even offering to call them or be with them at meal times, but also not at meal times, because a lot of people think that the struggle is only there at meal times, but the struggle is there 24/7. So just maybe letting them know that you're there. Also, I think the biggest thing that you can do to help support someone through an eating disorder is being careful what you say. Words the eating disorder can twist words. So just making sure that whatever you say, just be careful. And try to use, if you want to compliment them, try to use compliments that aren't related to their body. Or it's like maybe things like, wow, you have such a positive spirit today. Or something like, wow, you know, like you just are like glowing today. You have such a positive light. Things like that can't be like, are less likely to be twisted by the eating disorder. Yeah, and just, you know, reaching out to them, letting them know that they're not alone. And don't disclude them from things. So a lot of people will be like, if they know the activity will surround food, they won't invite the people who have an eating disorder. I think just trying to invite them, even if they decline, just letting them know that they are welcome to come, because that's very important to be able to know that you're not alone, because a lot of eating disorders can end in suicide because of the isolation that comes with it. So just letting them know that there are people there for them, you know, and that's extremely important. And just don't give up on them, even if they relapse and stuff like that. Don't give up on them, because that's really important for them to know that there's somebody out there rooting for them and that they are not alone, you know. That's very important. That's a really good question, guys. These are great questions. Next question is, what are my favorite affirmations for the hard days? Oh, I love this question too. Okay. One of the things is, I don't know if this counts as an affirmation, but I remind myself why I'm fighting. I tell myself, this is for my future kids. This is for my future spouse, my future. Another one is, you have to have you have to have curves. You have to have something on your stomach so that you can bear children. If that's if that's what you want, you have to have something there to bear children. So this is for my children. This is for my future. And another affirmation that I love is that God loves me no matter what my body looks like, and also I tell myself that my body is beautiful no matter at all stages. It is beautiful. And I always love to remind myself that my view is distorted right now with the body dysmorphia and the eating disorder. My view is very distorted of my body. You know, I just remind myself that all bodies are beautiful. All bodies are beautiful. Nobody is supposed to be the same. So you see that girl on Instagram and her body is seemingly perfect, but it is filters, it is editing, and your body physically cannot look like someone else's because you are genetically made different. Even if you're an identical twin, your body is going to be different because God made your body different. So those are some of my favorite affirmations. What are my motivations? I mentioned this earlier, but my future kids, my future spouse, just, you know, my future. One of my biggest motivations is my mom. She's been through heck with me. She has been by my side through all this. She's never given up on me. And we've had our moments of frustrations and slip-ups. Like last night we had a little bit of a falling out because of my outfit, but this morning we sat down together and she apologized and I apologized because I overreacted, and she apologized and she's like, look, I know that you're gonna do what's right, and she's like, and I know that wasn't a bad outfit because you are a good kid. And I was like, thanks, Mom. And you know, so just my mom, she's one of my biggest motivations. And my best friends are my biggest motivations. I have a lot of best friends, and now that I think about it, even when I was isolating myself, they never gave up on me. They never stopped talking to me. And I have just so many supporters who love me, you know. And this is gonna sound really dumb. This is one of my motivations. It's gonna sound so dumb. But sometimes, like my favorite TV show, because I can escape my world and go into their world for a little bit, and it's a good motivator. You know, be like, oh, if I if I let my eating disorder take over, I won't be able to find out what happens to this person on my favorite show. Also, shout out to Heartland, because that's my favorite show. That was a weird laugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love that I can show you guys like my true self. I get to show you guys my true self, you know? Alright, next one. Oh, this is a good question too. What was the hardest habit and behavior to break? Oh, there's so many. The hardest one, not moving my body every day. And like limiting the movement I do. So freaking hard. That was the hardest one by far. Because I was all like, I can't do this, but you can do this. Limiting it and changing my view of it as well. Changing the way I viewed movement. Because I was like, I viewed it as a burner, a compensation method, and now I have to view it as something for fun, something I do for, you know, just fun, you know? My second hardest one was definitely calorie counting. Deleting those apps and not weighing out everything that I eat and not calorie counting is still something I'm struggling with. I don't really calorie count, but I have a mental calorie calculator. A lot of people don't know that. But when you have an eating disorder and you did use calorie calculating and calorie counting, my bangs are like, wee. It's so hard to stop. And you've like memorized the amounts and the calories of things. And so breaking that mental calorie calculator is still a struggle I'm going on with. But I'm working on that. Another one was actually kind of self-harm for a bit, because I started self-harming after I broke up with my boyfriend, and then I had a period where I had to stop, and then, you know, when I get super frustrated, it's really easy to slip back, but I'm working on that. So that's another hard behavior to break, because there are a lot of behaviors that are super hard to break, and you just gotta try your hardest. But yeah, I think movement was definitely the hardest one, and changing my view of it. It is not for compensation, it is not for, you know, burning. And one thing that I had to realize was that I am not going to die if I don't move my body every day. I don't need to move my body every day. So that was a really hard one to break. Yeah, that was a really hard one to break. But honestly, the Instagram account and this YouTube channel has helped me change my behaviors in ways that I can't even express. And just being open and honest and real with you guys has been amazing. You know, like, you guys are my, I didn't say this in my motivation question, but you guys are one of my motivations. Like, motivations, like, I'm like, if I quit recovery, I cannot be an influencer, and I cannot help you guys, and I cannot post about my recovery. If I quit recovery, I can't be there. I can't show you guys my recovery, and that makes me sad. So I have to keep going for you guys. So thank you so much for following me and coming along on this journey with me. I never expected like this. Like, it's honestly amazing, and I thank you guys so much. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you for watching this video. That's all the questions I have. Thank you so much for watching. Here is my Instagram, ED Recovery Journey 9, and my TikTok. I will put it right here as well. I don't post as much there, but here we go. Have a great day, guys, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.